Would you like to build a garden? We really need your help, please, to make a place where lots of people can feel at home and at ease. We'll be digging, hoeing, raking, clearing brambles and weeds. We'll be making homes for wildlife and planting flowers and trees. We'll be learning, caring, sharing, forgetting worries and griefs. It's a place to come together amongst the veg and the trees. We are also very grateful for any pounds you can spare. They will help to make a garden for everybody to share, everybody to share.
Green Synergy is a registered charity based in Lincoln and was founded in 2012. We believe in the value of gardening to help improve people's lives and to improve the local environment. We also believe that everyone should have access to community green spaces, and so we focus our work in neighbourhoods where there are very few gardens, parks or grassed areas. We create growing projects and community gardens on derelict, unloved sites. Over the last 5 years, we have developed 6 projects like this across Lincoln, including St Giles Community Garden, Ellie's Community Garden, Sincilbank Community Allotment and Gaunt Street Communal Garden.
A couple of years ago, a few residents came to us as a council from Gaunt Street. They live in like a block of flats there, and they said the drying area outside wasn't very nice really. It was like horrible sort of old tarmac with broken down washing lines. And what they wanted really was help to have a bit of an outside garden, a seating area really, so they could bring the community together and get to know their neighbours a little bit more.
Really like this garden and the project because everybody contributes what they can, what they want to do and how much time they want to spend.
Ultimately, our aim for these neighbourhood gardens is that they become part of the community and that they are cared for by local people for many years to come.
I've only got a backyard, I can only grow so much stuff, and I always fill it full of everything that I can. But I've always secretly wanted an allotment of my own, but been scared by an allotment of my own because they're really quite big. It gives me exactly what I wanted, but in a way of being able to share it and being supported.
I became Vicar of St Giles almost 2 years ago, and it was soon after I arrived that the word on the street was that Green Synergy was looking for a garden. And I knew that we'd got this little patch of land behind the church hall which hasn't been touched for a generation or two, and it was in serious need of some tender loving care.
I like eating tomatoes now.
And my one is runner beans.
Mine's lettuce and cauliflower. So I'm not used to eat that kind of food.
We have set up a Growing Groups Forum in Lincoln which provides ongoing support for these neighbourhood projects to come together, share their experiences and learn more about community gardening.
Forums were really inclusive places for people just to come and share ideas, as well as supporting groups with policies and training and governance. We also refer volunteers to lots of agencies across the city, and have to say that Green Synergy is one of the most inclusive organisations that we work with.
As well as using gardening as a way of making positive and sustainable changes in our local communities, we also draw upon the therapeutic value of gardening to help make positive differences to people's personal lives.
Jodie produced some quite detailed plans for us
We were able to use the plans, we printed off the plans and enlarged them, so we were able to show patients, staff, visitors our plans for the garden and let them contribute to the plans if they wanted to see any changes. We found Green Synergy really helpful. I can email any time and get some ideas and good feedback of where to go next. It really does lift the mood, it just generates a lot more discussion. Some patients will just sit quietly in the garden, others start to notice, you see them looking up, looking at the sky, they hear the birds singing.
It's something we all like doing, it's a good group activity. I like doing it with Alexander, Beryl, everyone else, and I like doing it with Kat and John.
Getting involved in gardening, growing things is good for your mental health as well as just great fun. And I'm constantly admiring the work right across the city about building community really. And I think the Hillside project will be a real fulfilment of so many good things that the city needs.
Our vision is that in future, Lincoln will be connected by a network of city farms, community gardens, growing projects and other environmental initiatives.
I'm Lizzie and I started volunteering with Green Synergy about 1.5 years ago at Development Plus, which was a garden for people who had difficulties socialising, which was definitely me at the time. I was asked by Green Synergy to volunteer with Debbie, who was a project worker at Central Bank, and I assisted Debbie for over 6 months, which was a fantastic experience and definitely helped me to build confidence and gain employment skills. I couldn't be happier in the job and it suits me because I love meeting people and getting out there and helping people, and I feel like Green Synergy does that. That's what it's about.
Green Synergy's big dream and our original reason for setting up the charity is to create a city farm inclusive of a large community garden for Lincoln. There's a whole host of benefits you can deliver from a city farm. They act like outdoor community centres and they are really bustling sites of lots of community involvement and activity. They're there to support and facilitate local people, local volunteers to come together and create something, hopefully, rather wonderful.